What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mr EKG, aka EddyK, aka the AussieBattlerz, bringing you another video of my MYNBA2k17, and ooh, it's gonna be a big one. So, a couple of things to go over. I've been playing the game for about 48 hours now, and some new things have come to light which I'm not too happy about. So we're gonna get straight into the gameplay here. Now, what I'll do is I'll just take you through what I've been doing in this first 48 hours, where I'm at, what my deck's at. Then I'm going to go through some kind of things that I've found with this new version of the game in comparison to 2K16. And then I'm going to take you through some tips to kind of make your 2K17 experience kind of as most worthwhile for the time you put in. Okay, so as you can see here, I did start a season, which I'll get to that in just a moment. In terms of quick game, you can see my deck here too, and wins. So I've played, what's that, 370 games. So going well. The losses, those losses, mainly, I've lost some quick games, I'm not going to lie, it's different from last year. But a lot of them are from the BTC, Blacktop Challenge, which, you know, is available from the go now. So I remember last year most people were starting like 500 wins, no losses, and because you just find the weakest one of these four, which here I'd go for Nasir right there in the middle is 65-2. Technically that tells me he's probably the weakest, unless he's bought cards, but still he hasn't played enough games to charge all those good cards he might bought up. So and you just do that. But with the Blacktop Challenge being there from the start, actually the kind of games you lose in the Blacktop Challenge, when you're all like rares and uncommons and maybe some super rares, you're going to lose some games in the Blacktop Challenge, and they actually come through on your losses total there. So I'm not precious about my losses this year. Last year I was like, yeah, I want to, you know, get to like 1,000 wins and 2 losses or something stupid. I don't care this year because this game's different. So what I can do is quickly take you through my quick game lineup here. But I might actually, you can see I'm in Super Rare. I'm in Super Rare Plus. Oops, what are we doing? I'm in Super Rare Plus. Waiting on network. That's something that's killed me. This game, waiting on network. I mean, it's probably that the servers are kind of just up and a lot of people are flooding it to play the game because it's just come out, which is fine. But during Blacktop Challenge, you thought last year was bad. This year's been terrible, for myself anyway. So Super Rare Plus at the moment, and I'll get that to Super Rare Plus shortly. I've got the 2 Super Rare supports. God, it's early, sorry, give me a break. Alright, let's go to my cards, and I'll show you what I've got. So, as you can see, auction. So I got 3 of these and I used a veteran contract. Now, when you're doing this, if you're going to buy cards, and this was more one of the points that I mentioned, but I don't think this year it's going to be that relevant. If you've got 3 cards, or 4, or 2 if you're using a star contract, which you should not use at this point, I would not use a star contract until I at least got into legendary tier, maybe epic tier if you wanted to push yourself to legendary tier or something like that, but don't use star contracts now. So you get 1 at the 250 game mark, put that away, don't even worry about it for a month or so. So I got most of these, you'll see they've all got auction next to them. So I pulled 3 cards or 4, but I did open some packs. I wanted to test the packs this year, and just as I thought, old CASHdaddy, they're just as crap as they have always been. So I'll explain that in just a second. But I think one of my Nick Youngs was from a pack. So what I did is obviously just chose one that I pulled. So if you make the center card when you're proing, doing your contracts, if it's a one you've pulled, you can auction it. So just make that the one you do. Hopefully it's a best spec like this card was. One you pulled, and you just use one of the ones that you've, I don't know, won from a season or pulled in a pack or whatever, as one of the other cards. So you can auction this. This, you know, there's the image problems that CatDaddy have talked about. They haven't got all these. So pulled, you know, 3 of them. Morris I pulled. Now these came from packs, these super rares. So I'm in a team, same team as I was last year, grind or buy. Good team. We haven't got all our members back, but joined the team, and we're in the chat, and one guy's like, he already had an Epic Pro, and we're kind of like, wow, you know what happened? He said, I bought a pack, got an Epic, so I just used my you know, loyalty pro thing to do it. And I thought, oh, you know what, that might be a good idea. So I'll just buy 1 pack, and I bought, this is with credit, no, this is, yeah, with credits. So I bought like the 600 credit little pack. What are you doing, Ed? What are you doing? Where are you? Focus, focus, focus. Mr EKG, come on, get cards. All right. So the pack that I bought was the big foil pack. Okay. So if you're looking there, yeah, the top 3, who cares? So 2 foil players, super rare to epic. Okay. So you think, hey, maybe I'll get an ultra rare. Maybe I'll get an epic. I've got 2 chances to do that. So, and also a chance to pull a star contract there, as you can see. So bought this, and I got, of those 2 foils, 2 super rares. And I was like, okay. I might just buy another one. So got some more credits, bought another one, and waiting on network, perfect timing. And the next time, 2 super rares, and I was like, huh, okay. And for the basic one as well, you can see the 1 basic player, super rare as well. I'm like, okay, I'll do one more. Those of you, who've been playing this game for a while, it's the same thing with like, the extras packs, try to get those wildcards last year. You start with 1, and you're like, I'll do another one, 50k later, you're like, oh, Jesus. So I did 3. I didn't do any more than that. So most of my super rares, because I did this, I think in the start of, like after about 24 hours of playing the game, maybe even earlier than that. Time flies when you're playing this game. So I did 3 packs and I stopped after that. I didn't do any more, but that'll explain some of the things you see in my deck in regards to the super rare foils. So, all good. So, from a pack, actually doubled up. So I've been looking on the auction house to find another one of these guys. I'll use a veteran contract, and I'll probably, if I get it from if I pull it, perfect, I'll pro that one. Even though these 2 are foils, at the super rare level, I don't really care about foils. And they're not his best specs. These are 1st and 3rd, and this is 3rd and 4th. So I don't really care about the 2 spec thing. If I pull him, great, I'll pro him with a veteran contract. I was looking on the auction house. I keep getting beat. I don't want to spend a lot in 2 days doing 2 goals worth, which, my new goals have just come up. Let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. So it's a bit of a low day, but it's an easy one, 5,500. I'm tempted to re-roll. I don't think the 2,000, I definitely know the 20,000 big one, win 200 games in a row. I don't think that's on here yet. So the most you're going to get that I've seen was 12,500 for the 500 game win streak, which I re-roll. I don't want to, that'll take 3 days for 12k when I could do, 3 days to do this and get the same, and it's easier. So I may re-roll both of these, but see the top one, it's not really worth it, because if I re-roll, the most at the moment is 1,000. So the 2,000 is normally that win 50 games with all cards out of position. So I may just leave that, because even if I re-roll for 500, I'll only get 1,000, so it defeats the purpose, and that's an easy one. Draft 3 rares, I'll do that today. The 5,000, I'm tempted to re-roll. We'll re-roll and see what happens. I'll probably get... yeah, okay. That's tougher. Damn it. So, that's 1,000 credits. 1,000 RP, sorry. And I'm back to where I started. So this is the gamble you play. So I could do it 2 more times and get the 8,020 card collector, which I had yesterday, and I'd make 1,000 from what I've spent. I'm tempted. Let's do it. Yes, okay, so I'll stop here. So I'm 1,000 ahead of what I was going to be if I left it. So that's the thing. If I had to keep going and I was still getting 5, it just would have driven me crazy. So I'll finish these today, that's fine. So back to my deck, sorry. So the super rares, so yeah, these are all packed. I actually drafted him, so if I get another Joel Embiid, even again, if this is the foil and it's his 2 best, I want to say. No, actually rebounding and defense would be. But anyway, I would pro this one, so I can auction it, Pulled him, reset. 2 of my super rare resets have been supports, like I said earlier. So again, packs. You can see there's no auction hammer. This was my first. This was my when I moved into super rare. This was my free pick or whatever it's called pack. So then I've pro'd some of these just because I had them. I had the rookie contracts, so I was just proing these to kind of help early on. and just kind of consolidate cards. Yeah, so that's the extent of it. But I've got, as you can see, a lot. I can't dupe these because in season, which is a perfect, and these in season. So that's a segue to go to my season. Currently, now I wasn't going to start a season for a couple of days. Just let it kind of all happen. But what I was saying to myself was, well, look, if I get all rares in here, I'll start it. And I got all rares, so I was like, well, I'll just start it, you know. And except, as you can see down here, I must be colorblind. I didn't see that. I thought I had all rares, and I went, yeah, let's do it. Which, it's okay. I mean, at the moment, where am I sitting? 7th, whatever. And some of these guys, I mean, this isn't a good indication because if you looked at my profile right now, you'd see all these super rares, but that isn't necessarily what they're playing with. So, I mean, I'll just go through. Currently, the rewards, like, I mean, if I get through the first round, I'll get a super rare, you know, and then I can start my season. So it's just kind of testing it out, seeing what it's like. If you haven't started a season, you probably have, but if you haven't, don't do it until you're in like at least a super rare plus tier. It's just, I guess, not really worth it. So that's a season, whatever, jumped in, did it. Now, in terms of season 2, this all throughout the game, don't bother charging every hour. Like, I tend to charge every 4 hours, 5 hours maybe. It doesn't matter, as long as you finish in the playoffs, you know, you'll be fine, as long as you can charge your cards up. Like, these are all uncharged, so I'll just wait until the playoffs to possibly charge these, but I don't even care. I don't think I'll need to get through the first round if I finish in the top 8. But I'll see. So that's that. That's where the game's at the moment. Now, I wrote some notes down here. So, big changes from last year, okay? So, if you go to the auction house, and I didn't realize this at first until someone in my team mentioned it, and it really, really shat me, is if I want to auction something, yeah, we'll just say him, it's going to 20. It's 20 credits there. Is that because that's a super rare? Oh, it's different for every 15 for, the better the card, the more credits it is. Oh, that's a joke. CASHdaddy Gaming. That's what they should change their name to. CASHdaddy, not CatDaddy. So that's a big difference from last year. You can't list something for free anymore. So it's going to cost you credits which is something you can only get by buying them. You can't win them, to actually list something off. And that was a big thing last year. The currency was crazy. Like, people were rocking like 500,000 credits, and it was because they were selling just cards. Like, right now I've got heaps of super rares and stuff that, well, the super rares at the moment I'll probably keep, but from the tier below where I'm at in Quick Game, you just sell them like rares, rare pros. I'd sell them and make some money, but some RP, I should say. So that's a big difference and a big annoyance. But guy on my team, Richo, he was saying that Dannon, who's the CashDaddy guy, said last year was too easy. So they've eliminated wildcards. This is currently. It might change. They might buckle. I doubt it. They don't care. But they've eliminated wildcards. Okay, now that is something that they thought people could. They would just, with the wildcards, they'd get extras packs from the auction house. You know, you could sell cards for 100,000K, and you could just sit there and buy 20 extras packs and get some wild cards, and then you just were proing these cards and you were progressing through the tiers really quickly, which on their end, I guess they're saying it makes it tough because then users get a bit bored because they're at the top level and there's nowhere really to progress until the events come along. So what they're thinking is we'll slow that down by taking the wild cards out, meaning you have to actually have at least 2 of the card, right? If you've got a star contract, which I guess they've made a bit more accessible this year, which is a good thing, because if you go to get cards, you can possibly win a star contract in here, right? Possibly, and that's 500 credits. Whereas last year, as you can see, there's no contracts pack anymore, which was a guaranteed star contract. All right, so they're making it even harder to pro your cards this year. Okay, so that's something that people like. I mean, myself, I'll put up with all the kind of what I call riggage or the BS that the game will throw at you, and the amount of hours you have to put into it. If you feel like you're actually working towards progressing something, you get a card, you can pro it kind of by either purchasing a few things through hard-earned RP, or you've actually paid for credits. But you can't do that this year. They've taken that away. So it's a positive on their sense that means that it's going to be harder to progress, and that in turn would mean you're not bored as quick because you're at the top level and you're kind of ahead of the game as they can add content to it. But at the same time, it's kind of like, it's a really fine line. So we'll see how it plays out. The thing I'm worried about is there are no wildcards. So how are you going to pro event cards like Blacktop challenge cards, RC Rivals Clash cards, or Road to the Championship cards? How are you going to? They're one-off things. So in terms of, say, the Blacktop challenge, right? What are we doing? Oh yeah. So say we pulled Tim Hardaway. Okay. Now this is only, and to increase your chance to do that, it's very rare you're going to do it on a basic. Okay, but even on a basic, getting things like the enhancements, yes, you can buy them off the auction house, but the abilities, you can't. So you're telling me in 19 days, I mean, anyone who knows about statistics and odds and things like that, the odds of me firstly pulling a card twice, so not only being able to pull the same one twice when you've got 10, is that 10? 10 cards, but being able to get all of the recipe again is difficult. I mean, they should make the daily picker thing, it should make that easier, or you should be able to, I mean, I guess you can you pull enhancements on the board? I don't think abilities on the board. Anyway, you can pull abilities, you can't pull enhancements. But, so, it's going to be really hard to pro. So, I don't know what the point of trying to get a Blacktop challenge card would be if you can't pro it. It's kind of defeats. And a Rivals Clash, why are you going to spend all weekend trying to get like the Rivals Clash card if a simple pro'd card of that tier is better than it? It's, I don't know, maybe more information will come out. There'll be, I don't know. Now, another thing, you can't win credits still, so you have to buy them. I think if you win a season, you should get at least like 100 credits. It should be something included. That's a pretty good, for winning a season, especially at those higher tiers, to be able to then maybe buy the card that you won in the auction house, or be able to list other cards to make some money, or there should be something like that. Like, still, don't make it an amount that means you wouldn't have to spend money to get it, but make it something in there, an incentive, just a little amount. Another thing is you can't, I'm just going through a list here that I've written out of things that I've noticed. So you can't lock contracts like you could last year. So for example, you can lock cards, right? You can lock them. Supports you can lock. Enhancements you can't. Abilities, therefore I'm pretty sure you couldn't either. So it's my deck, my season, so I've explained that, I've gone through that. Fantastic. So that's kind of where it stands at the moment, okay, in terms of things that I've seen. If you've noticed anything else, please comment below, whatever. But I'm just going to give you some quick tips of how to make, kind of, from what I've learned playing this for the last 3 years. It is always evolving, but things that have stayed true. So the daily goals, you must complete them every day. Not must, but you should if you want to get some RP. So like I just showed you earlier, re-rolling, you have to really be devil's advocate with you. You got to go, is it worth it? So patience again about this game. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So even if I'd left it at the 5,500, even though I would probably want 11,000 at the moment, which I think is the highest, 1,000 at the top. Oh, that's a lie. 12,500 is the highest down the bottom. But I'm not going to play 500 games in a day. Maybe if it was a Rivals Clash. So make it something like, today I'm just going to get what I'm given, blah, blah, blah. Don't go too far. A guy on my team spent $8,000 trying to re-roll, 8,000 credits, I should say, RP, sorry, I should say, not dollars. 8,000 RP, re-rolling, trying to get the $20,000 win 200 games, but that doesn't get released straight away. To my knowledge, if it is, hey, I'll shut up. But you can't spend 8,000 RP. To make that worthwhile, you'd have to get the $10,000 or the 12,500 And even then, you're only making 2K. So what was the point? Anyway, I get sidetracked on that. So, daily goals. Got to complete them every day. Save your RP, right? So the only RP that I've spent is on re-rolling. And I'm ahead anyway, so I'm not ending the day at a negative. So save the RP, and then at the end of the week, you can choose whatever day. I've said this before, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. You spend on, I don't know, packs. I wouldn't. That's a waste, but auction house probably. You'd probably be buying cards. But you got to remember, if you buy a card on the auction house, don't pro it, because then you can't re-auction it. So it's kind of like you're buying something that is only going to last you for the tier you're in, essentially. So you've got to play the auction house kind of smart too. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So the one-off pro thing, I had a guy in my team who pocket did it. So he kind of, I guess, he didn't lock his screen and he bumped it and he pro'd like a common or something stupid. I think it was a rare actually, but save this till the very last day, to the last hour, to the last minute if you can, and keep playing and do your best card at that point. Even maybe buy a pack, big foil, see if you can get an epic or an ultra rare, or in 10 days, you know, you might already be at legendary tier if you're going like crazy, and you're playing the auction house. So yeah, save it. Don't use it straight away. It's not worth it. Even if you're thinking like, well, I'm in the super rare, and if I pro this super rare, it might get me to ultra rare. It's like, no, wait a couple of days. You might pull it from the board and get yourself a dupe and just use a veteran contract. So save it. And maybe even save it, try and do the Blacktop challenge reward thing, see if you can't get, you know, one of those epics, because those cards are better than any normal epic, so that might be something you'd want to pro. Work on charging cards in your quick game lineup only. So in terms of quick game, to progress to the next tier, it's all to do with your 5 best cards that you play in the quick game, right? So for me, if I switch this guy out, because I've got 5 pro... Where is he? Chris. So if I put him in, that might take me up to waiting on network. Did that jump? I guess it jumped. So he's out of position, but if I charge, so he's fully... Oh, come on, network, man. Get off my ass. So he's fully charged. But this guy's only at 5 out of 20, 5 out of 20, 10 out of 20. So if I charge all them... Oh, no. Yeah, it did jump up. So I'm in Super Rare 2 right now. Okay. Now, if I charge all these up, I'm pretty sure it's going to be just under Ultra Rare. It's usually the way is if you've got all pros of the tier below what you are, you'll need like a pro of that tier to kind of jump up. So even if I fully charge these 3, it'll get me to just below, and I might be able to charge the charge these. Yeah. You can see I haven't done this yet. It's still bringing up the... Wow, yeah, I get it. So let me just see if I can't just charge this quick and see if that affects. Because I know they changed that. It was a glitch last year. You could do this, but then they did a patch and it didn't improve on the quick game lineup, which it looks like it's the same. That didn't move at all, did it? No. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a Super Rare Pro to kind of jump to Ultra Rare, which I'll probably do at some point today, to be honest, the way I'm playing it. So that's that. So charge your quick game lineup, your best cards to move up in tiers. Don't worry about charging up a season. Like I said at the moment, focus on your Blacktop challenge. Focus on your quick game. Your season, if you want to get in it, just let it kind of be. Put your best cards in there. Don't worry about charging them up until you get to the playoffs. But even then, at this point, you want to charge your quick game cards up to be full. And by charging, I mean training. Don't bother charging because it doesn't improve your quick game. It'll just help you, I guess, in quick games versus, you know, the other player, or in a season, or even in the Blacktop Challenge. But see, with the Blacktop Challenge, you don't want to kind of charge your cards in between rounds because you might lose that card after that round. So if you charge it 4 times, you only really need it for 1. Yeah, simple things like that. Another thing was to just sell on the auction house, but at the moment it's not worth it. So that was a 2K16 thing. It was like only sell on the auction house to make RP, and if you were desperate, you could have spent some well-earned RP on a card to dupe. which this year you're probably going to actually have to do more buying on the auction house because there isn't a wild card that you could get from an extras pack. There isn't a star contracts pack to just pro one card. So you're going to have to play the auction house a bit more savvy this year. Yeah, don't focus on the season. Do Blacktop challenge. So in regards to the Blacktop challenge too, like I said, it's going to be a long video, but in regards to the Blacktop challenge, the best way to kind of get through it at this stage, and I guess at most stages, I mean, if you can win all the rounds, win all the rounds. But best thing to do is in the first round, try to get 6 wins. Okay, so find a player that you can beat and just focus on that one. Get 6, try and get first or second. Then it's going to be hard because if you come first, you get 40% energy on all your cards. If you come second, you get 55. Third is 70. Then it's 85, 90, and then 100 for below. So 6th down to 10th, you get 100%. So the good way to do it is, if you win the first round, your energy is going to be at 40%. So if you just try, playing, you can't even, if you're all got rares in your thing and you're all really bad at the moment, you at 40% is not going to beat someone at 55% energy if your cards are pretty much the same. So the second round, just kind of bomb, because then you'll come like 6th to 10th, you'll have full energy, and then just play the guy who's first, because his energy is at 40%. And if you've got similar cards, which most people do at the moment, you should be able to just beat him. And the lower you finish in a round, that next round, instead of, like, if you come first, the person second's only worth +3. Whereas if you come 6th, the person in first is worth 6 or 7. So if you can get 5 or 6 rounds out, you're looking at 42 points or 30 points. You'll be first again. So if you can win the first, bomb the second, win the third, bomb the fourth, win the fifth, you should come second or first. So you're getting yourself 120 picks or 75 picks, but you're getting those 200 or 125 Blacktop Challenge points, which you want if you want to do the recipes. Okay, so you can charge up. You can charge up this if you want, but there's no real point at the moment. I mean, I could, but it only takes it to 0.35%. So I don't know about you, but 1% and 0.5%, they're pretty much the fucking same. Like, in terms of talking statistics and logistically, there's no point slaving to try and get this up to less than 0.5% when you're not going to get a legendary. Let's just put it like that. If you do go buy a lottery ticket that day too. So you're looking at super rares, ultra rares maybe, possibly an epic. But anyway, so that's my video for the moment, guys. Hope it's been informative. Let me know your thoughts on the game, things like that. Realize that it is a game. Okay, so it's not life or death. It's not super important. CatDaddy can do what they want. It's their game. If you don't like it, don't play it. But yes, there are some things that I think in terms of what's good for gamers and therefore people coming back and playing it longevity-wise, yeah, they've dropped the ball a little bit. There's better ways they could have do it. They need to listen to the users a bit more, I think. Anyway, I've been Mr EKG, aka EddyK, aka the AussieBattlerz, with another video. I'll speak to you guys soon. Peace.